From the Home Slice News Center, this is the Daily Slice for Monday, March 20th, 2023. I'm D. Ray Knight. This is what's going on. A Rapid City man has been charged with sexual exploitation and attempted enticement of a minor after detectives say they found messages with underage girls between the ages of 15 and 17 years old. Charles Nichols had his initial and preliminary hearings Friday in federal court. The prosecution brought in a detective with the Rapid City Police Department Internet Crimes Division who said they found messages on Nichols' phone stating that he would offer alcohol, drugs, or vapes to underage girls in exchange for inappropriate pictures or sexually explicit conduct. Nichols remains in the Pennington County Jail. The Rapid City Fire Department responded to a house fire Friday morning. Amy Rose has the story.
Rapid City firefighters are investigating a fire in the north central part of the city. Fire officials say people were inside the mobile home when the fire started Friday morning. They were able to get out safely, but their dog did not survive. By the time firefighters arrived, the home was engulfed in flames. The home is a total loss, but no one was injured. The cause of the fire remains under investigation.
A new state rule will allow hunting in some parts of South Dakota state parks where it has previously been banned. The Game, Fish, and Parks Commission finalized the rule this month that gives the Division of Parks and Recreation the option of opening parts of the state parks to hunting in May and September. Al Nedved, Director of Parks and Recreation, said in the past, firearms were restricted in state parks during those 2 months to avoid possible conflicts with day users and campers. The division reviewed the parks to find the areas where there is a low possibility of such conflicts and can now designate those areas for hunting for specific times in September and May. In national and international news, Chinese leader Xi Jinping has arrived in Moscow on a 3-day visit that shows off Beijing's new diplomatic swagger and offers a welcome political lift for Russian President Vladimir Putin as fighting in Ukraine slows to a grinding war of attrition. China and Russia have described Xi's trip as part of efforts to further deepen their no-limits friendship. China looks to Russia as a source of oil and gas and as a partner in opposing what both see as American domination of global affairs. A Kremlin spokesman says that over dinner on Monday, Putin and Xi will touch on issues related to Ukraine, adding that Putin will likely offer a detailed explanation of the Russian view. Former President Trump's call for protests in anticipation of his arrest is drawing a muted response from supporters. Amy Rose has the story.
Former President Donald Trump's calls for protest ahead of his anticipated indictment in New York have generated mostly muted reactions from supporters. Even some of Trump's most ardent loyalists are dismissing the idea as a waste of time or a law enforcement trap. The ambivalence raises questions about whether Trump still has the power to mobilize far-right supporters the way he did more than 2 years ago before the January 6, 2021 insurrection at the U.S. Capitol. It also suggests the hundreds of convictions and long prison sentences that followed the Capitol riot may have dampened the desire for repeat mass unrest.
North Korea says its ballistic missile launch over the weekend simulated a nuclear attack against South Korea. The North has held 5 missile demonstrations this month to protest the largest joint military drills in years between the U.S. and South Korea. The North's leader, Kim Jong-un, instructed his military to hold more drills to sharpen the war readiness of his nuclear forces in the face of what he calls aggression by his enemies. North Korea's neighbors detected the short-range ballistic missile being launched Sunday, less than an hour before the U.S. flew long-range B-1B bombers for training with South Korean warplanes. The North characterizes the U.S.-South Korea exercises as a rehearsal to invade, though the Allies insist they are defensive in nature. Your weather forecast from the Home Slice Weather Center. Partly cloudy today with a high of 42. Low tonight, 24. And that was your Daily Slice for Monday, March 20th, 2023. The Daily Slice is a production of Home Slice Media Group, hosted by D. Ray Knight with Amy Rose. Executive producer Mark Houston. Engineered by Chris Jacquez. I'm D. Ray Knight. Have a great day.